Thank you for joining Rising to Excellence Admin Training as we explore options settings in the Microsoft program Word. My name is Diana Rockwell and I will be your presenter today. Rising to Excellence focuses on the administrative professional career and the unique skill sets and tasks we must complete every day. We work hard to provide timely and meaningful training videos that are easily understood and won't break the bank. Watch our social media for announcements of our new releases regularly. Let's get started. Everyone who has worked in Microsoft Office products for any length of time is well aware there are more than one way to accomplish the same task. There's a menu path and a keyboard path. Those who love keyboard shortcuts know their favorites off the tops of their heads. Others may seldom use a menu path and have to look up how to do it each and every time they need it. As we go through the menu under the option settings, you'll find things we've been looking for, I'm sure, or items long forgotten how you did them years ago. First, click on the File menu in the upper left corner of the menu ribbon. The word File is the first on the list horizontally across the top. Then scroll down to the bottom of that page and click on the word Options. A smaller dialog box will appear. This is where you will find many of the hard-to-find settings to customize your program and find more efficient ways to complete your work because your system will work for you and not the other way around. The General tab is first. It's where you choose how your menus show and other defaults. You will want to enter your name, initials, title in those spaces. When you use a footer or a file path that shows author, that's where it will show up. You can also set up your privacy settings. Don't forget to check along the right side to see if there are more to find just by scrolling down the page. I won't read all the options available. It may be something you need to play with and to find out if you like the change. However, I will point out that backgrounds and themes are available and may be fun to play around with to jazz up your screen while working on documents. Word has options. The Display tab contains choices for display options, formatting marks, and printing option. As seen here, this tab deals primarily with all things available for your view of the document, but also includes some printing defaults. Anyone recognize those proofreading symbols from days gone by? The Proofreading tab contains autocorrect options, spelling defaults, spelling and grammar preferences, and exceptions. As seen in this screenshot, this is an interesting page of options. Ever wonder how to set up custom dictionaries, ones that include industry jargon, medical terminology, or legal terminology, and even the idiosyncrasies with French and Spanish languages? You can set your default to check spelling as you type or to do it manually. The writing style setting is important because if you desire a more formal writing style or a more relaxed style, this is the setting that will incorporate that into your spelling and grammar functions. The Save tab contains choices for saving your documents. Auto recover file location, default file location, offline editing options, preserve fidelity when sharing, and cache settings. Have you lost a document because autosave didn't work soon enough and the power went out or your laptop battery died? This is the tab you use to change that timing. You can also set up a default file location for your auto-recovered documents, as well as your default save location. If you have a named file location inside your OneDrive where you want most of your Word documents to be saved, then this is where you set that up. You would need to follow the typical naming convention with the name of the file is C or F or whatever your company uses, :/, and then follow the path and type it exactly as it is seen, or it won't work. If you have some trouble, you can always contact your IT department and they can assist you. The Language tab contains Office Display Language, Office Authorizing Languages and Proofing, options to install additional keyboards. If your company does business in other countries or has offices offshore, this tab may come in very handy. I've never had to use it myself, so I'm unfamiliar with it. But let's suffice it to say that this is the tab you need to switch to another language. The Accessibility tab contains Make your document accessible to others, Feedback options, Application display options, Automatic alt text, Document display options. The Accessibility tab should be helpful if you have hearing or visual impairments that affect how well you can use the screen. If you have a hearing impairment, you certainly don't need to have the program play sounds or alerts to a message coming in. But you may need to have the cursor change or some other visual cue that something has happened. Some people prefer to have screen tips always displayed on the screen. I am not one of those people, however, but some may. This is where you make those defaults work for you. Also consider that the Windows version you are working on, whether it's 10 or 11, offer many more options for accessibility. I have a problem with double-clicking after a lifetime of doing so. My tendons don't want to complete that task. You can set your files to open with one click rather than double-clicking. You can also have a super zoom for a section of your screen that allows visually impaired people to view at something like 400 zoom. The great thing about it is it doesn't change your entire screen, so the pictures and other icons are not expanded, just the text you wish highlighted. The Advanced tab contains editing options, cut, copy, and paste, link handling, pen settings, image size and quality, charts, show document content, display, print, save, preserve fidelity, general, layout options, and compatibility options. There's a lot included in this Options tab. Much of it includes formatting defaults concerning bullets, text, prediction, how hyperlinks are handled, style defaults, drag and drop moves, and a whole lot more. So let's look at the first page as we scroll down. And as I said, there's a lot here. Keeping the same formatting when copying and pasting, pen settings, image size and quality, as well as chart properties are found in this section of that page. Some printers print in reverse order. This tab has a control setting to always do that and set up for duplex printing and to scale for A4 paper. Apple uses A4 paper, which is slightly longer than 11 inches. Please make sure the box is checked to allow background saves. Why this is on a separate tab from the way it sets up the timing of autosave is puzzling, but we always need to remember that computer programmers design these pages and not the admins who are using them. As you see, there are many, many more options here. And down the General tab, and you'll probably just need to play with these or ignore them, as most people do. But if it's something that would really help you out, give it a shot and see if it works. So Customize Ribbons contains popular commands and main tabs. This is the meat and potatoes of everyday usage in Word. The left side column is a list of every command available to you with the icon that will put it in your toolbar. Not all of these commands are defaulted on your home screen. The right side column is a list of the names of the other ribbons. For example, if you want to create a form fill-in, you need to turn on the Developer tab before starting your document. My favorite menu items are Fit to Window with, since I have vision issues. This assists my vision for proofreading. As I write this script, it put my zoom at 219%. I also add Shrink One Page. This will quickly shrink any document more than one page by one page by resizing the text. It comes in really handy when you have that one line that rolls over in minutes or notes of a meeting or a large report. Another favorite is email. Using this icon has saved me from sending that dreaded email without the attachment. If you start your email from the document, you'll never forget to attach it. Now, of course, you have to realize that only works with Outlook, but I am lucky enough to use both. I've added spell check and save and quick print, so I don't have to do the file, print, or Control P, which has always been the print command. There is a small line down with a down arrow beneath it next to the autosave button in the way upper left corner of your screen. Click that and you'll see all the popular additions to this quick add section. Quick Access toolbar contains popular commands for all your documents as a default. As we just touched on, the Quick Access toolbar options are on this tab. You'll want to peruse it for what is available, and if it's one you think you'll use a lot, go ahead and add it. It won't hurt anything by adding it, and you can remove them just as quickly. On the right side column, it shows what's already been added, so you don't duplicate what you already have. And here's another view of that. The Add-ins tab contains built-in options for active applications, inactive applications, document-related add-ins, disabled applications add-ins, and manage drop-down box. Many companies lock this down, as does my organization. They don't want to give download capabilities to everyone due to propagation of viruses, Trojans and worms, malware, ransomware, and the like. So if you want one of these items added, you would have to contact your IT department and they would have to do it for you. The Trust Center tab contains a link to the Microsoft Trust Center and Trust Center settings. I've never worked for a company where this was open. I'm sure there are places that are, or if you have it at home yourself. But if you want to find something on this tab, contact your IT team or do extensive internet research before doing anything. You don't want to corrupt your program. By knowing these settings exist can enforce your status as the person to ask in your office. Others will wonder how you get your work done so quickly and so effectively, always looking for the professionally designed document. Thank you for joining Rising to Excellence Admin Training to review the options available in Word under the Options tab. It's quite extensive and multi-layered. Please check our social media for upcoming video announcements. And as always, we look forward to your feedback and your support and encouragement. Bye for now.